Sippin' Douce, boy, this ain't your daddy yet. He in the Cadillac, me, I'm in the Maybach.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, connoisseurs, to Cognac Corner. I am Marcus motherfucking Boston, and today we have a new connoisseur to Cognac Corner. Kim, what was your last name?
Caffey.
Yeah, what she said. And give her a round of applause. Audience, round of applause. Hold on, I gotta... Oh, wait, hello.
You gotta celebrate yourself, honey, if nobody else do.
And returning sipper to Cognac Corner, Black Excellence herself, including two queens in Cognac Corner, which is a first.
That's what I was about to say. This is a first.
A lot of firsts this week. A lot of firsts.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Jay Towns is back in her seat.
Mm.
Round of applause, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Groovy, baby.
I'm excellent.
Well, I'm glad you guys can make it back and make it to the corner for Kim and back to the corner for Jay.
Last time I went back to a corner chat. Woo!
I'm staying off the corners.
Oh. I can't be going back to no corners, honey.
Upgrade.
So how's everything's going? Let's go. How things going today? Then we'll get into our first segment of this well-produced and organized show.
Well, today is a good day.
Yes.
I celebrated my grandmother's 97th birthday.
Hey, won't we do it?
Hallelujah.
Won't he will?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Hallelujah.
She plays all day, chill.
Okay, so how week that was? Start off. How was your week as a whole? Let's get the whole week encompassing that great day of your grandmother.
It was a great week. I had an awesome week. I woke up every day with the activities of my limbs.
You sure you woke up?
I woke up, honey.
Oh, okay.
See, on this side.
Oh, well,
not on the other side, on this side.
Wait a moment.
So it was a great week.
Despite
anything else.
Well, come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything particular happened outside of just being blessed and well?
Well, that's enough. I'm here.
I mean, you right. I am blessed to have you here. So is the connoisseur community.
I agree.
And that's what it is.
I'm trying to put some more seasoning to this chicken I have.
Right, because it's been very, very salty. So we've come to add pepper to the situation today.
So are we adding Lori's to this?
No, not Lori's. We're adding
a little
coarse
pepper.
Ground pepper.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little spice. Spice things up a little bit.
Come on, somebody.
Oh, and there it is.
All right, Jay, so how was your week?
My week was groovy. I'm officially on vacation, so
I knew there was some shit going on there.
The longest week ever.
Oh,
yeah, that was the longest week.
Is this leading into your week off? Is this right here?
Yes, but my last day of work was an 8-hour meeting that should have been an email. So that was not, no. Yeah, it could have been an email with a couple of slides and we would have been good. Not 8 hours. So it was like the longest 8 hours of my life ever.
You survived it.
Come on, somebody. I'm here. So yeah, I'm good. Woo!
All these survivor stories.
Come on, somebody. Where Beyonce, Kelly, and that other one? Where they at?
My week. Let me see. Early in the week, I had my first open polyamorous couple on this past week.
I bet that was interesting.
It was really good. It's up now on Cognac Corner. It's called Monogamy is a Choice, Not a Rule.
That's interesting.
And it was really it was a beautiful thing because it was just seeing people being their best selves without any boundaries.
Okay.
And one of my questions I want to know, were they cheated on beforehand? I made them try this, but they were together for a year and a half. Everything was good. They just realized they had things in common, and they sort of explored, set boundaries, explored to where they 5 years in and everything's going well, and they got past the whole thinking every party's a fuck party. It might happen, but it's not always a guarantee. But you just like being in a room of like-minded people.
What are the rules, though?
I mean,
for them.
I didn't get into the details on this version because it was everybody's first time. They were not really my closest friends. I just met them through a friend. They wanted to do their own podcast stuff, and she was really overwhelmed with thinking of the topic, like you selling sex and vape oil stuff. You have plenty
Come
of
on,
content.
somebody.
If I can keep this going for almost a year, I'm pulling out my ass. You're an attractive woman.
Yeah.
You have experiences that most people find very interesting. Usually easy to
Right.
sell in my book. I'm counting the keys.
Yeah.
I'm just counting.
Well, my segment would be called "Monogamy is Your Only Choice." Now, try me if you want to.
See? And I second that emotion.
Volumes 1 through 2, because that's all you getting is 2. Quit playing. That would be that would be the
It's not for everybody,
title.
you know.
No, it's not, because I'm very territorial when it comes to my mate.
Right.
I'm gonna piss on everything, so don't come around this way. Yeah, all of this is spoken for. So.
Right. And he was like, he learned to be more emotionally aware, and he had to confront jealousy when. So the hardest part of that whole relationship was when she fell in love with someone else.
Oh,
and
ouch.
he felt responsible for setting the environment. But like, brother, it happens to people in monogamy all the time that they still fall in love with somebody else. So you can't stop somebody doing what they're gonna do regardless of the contract you signed.
But
I'm moving on.
Yes and no.
Because I'm gonna stay. You in love with somebody else, and
But
I'm gonna stay.
yes and no.
I'm gonna be with you.
Yes
But
and
we
no.
already set the environment
Yes
that
and no.
we doing this life, and we open, and we being human beings in our most truest self.
Yes,
and we are emotional beings.
We are.
He came to, and they're better for it on the other side.
Oh my
God!
God.
I feel like with a polyamorous relationship, you are opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowing things to come in, whereas in a monogamous relationship, there are boundaries that are set ahead of time. There's certain things that are just unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can look, but you better not touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you're human, you're gonna look. I'm human, I'm gonna look, but you don't touch. And with a polyamorous type situations, it's okay to touch.
Mm-hmm.
And with touching comes other stuff. And so, yes, your emotions are gonna go with that, because we are emotional creatures, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you're welcoming that in. And yeah, why? Why would you?
But if
that's to me, like, you keep on, you playing Russian roulette. You playing Russian roulette every time you get into bed with somebody else.
Well, that's nothing
and
new.
At some point,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they've been doing it for forever.
Yes,
you just didn't have a name to it.
But I'm not gonna openly go into something like that, because that's not something that I'm okay with. I'm territorial about mine.
Well, you be in it, you just don't put a name on it,
and that's different.
I mean, so
some people in poly relationship don't know
and
it.
they don't know it, and some of them are, and they know it.
Yeah.
And you still
gonna
go
through it and be stressed out and worried about it.
When we go back years and years back, like to our great grandparents and stuff like that,
they had families on different sides of town,
or next door.
Well,
and you grew up with your sisters and brothers,
and didn't know it, and you thought that was the friend,
and
you didn't
the
understand.
wife and the husband and the mistress next door knew it,
and you didn't understand why you were so drawn to little Timmy that lived next door. You thought you liked Timmy, and what you didn't realize was that you had familiar ties to Timmy, and that's why you were tied to little Timmy, and why your daddy told you to stay away from Timmy a little bad, but because he knew Timmy was your brother,
right? And the mama knew too,
and mama knew too,
right?
Both
everybody in the whole family.
And the more they tried to keep you away from Timmy, the more you want to get around Timmy.
And then you grow up and say, "This is my brother," but you think that's your play brother, but it's your real brother.
And you doing stuff with your child.
Hold on, I drink to that.
Ooh.
Okay.
I only scraped the surface of, like, I didn't get into her, like, how was your family dynamic growing up, blah, blah. I didn't get to that. I wanted to at least set the tone for the episode. And it was on sort of a time crunch, and, like, she smokes, and, you know what I'm saying? She smokes cannabis.
Oh, okay.
So we took a break in between. The first hour just setting up the whole environment, getting their story out, getting them comfortable. Second hour just all their different stories from different parties over the years.
I'm going to have to watch that. You have to bring them back, too.
Yeah, I'm going to have it back, because I want to get into more of the process and the details and the nooks and crannies of it.
What are the rules?
Will you bring them back?
Because I want to, absolutely.
All of us together.
So even with, I'm assuming, I'm making an educated guess, even with the polyamorous relationship, there still has to be some boundaries.
Correct. Right. And,
some do's and don'ts.
And they sort of mentioned that, they said, like, maybe, start off with, they want to do a threesome. They're like, well, that's not really fair to the other part. Let's make it a bigger, more, so everybody has somebody.
So let's make it a foursome.
Right. And then let's...
what about making it a sixsome?
I mean, it might have been there.
So it can only be even numbers.
What's the boundaries?
So I'm saying, like they said, the first. You gotta listen to
the
the episode, but the first party they went to, like it was really they were new, so they had to like get comfortable
They had
being
to
there.
figure out some stuff.
Yeah, then
they probably
the more
figured
you
it
do
out
it,
as they went.
you know what I'm saying? You get people, see
Yeah.
people, you start seeing the same people over and over again. You guys talk, and then like they're sort of like at midnight, you switch over to lingerie. So you might start at 7 in regular clothes, but at midnight it's time to switch over some
That
more.
sounds like me.
More setting
Oh,
than as the
yeah.
night as more, and people get more comfortable when they start
Right.
drinking.
That
Then you
sound
might
like me,
get
yeah.
drugged,
Yeah.
enjoy drugs, and people just might catch an eyeball.
That's
like
what I might do tonight. Like, yeah, you're
Now,
right.
you
Yeah.
just say that I don't want to drink or drug that much.
Not drugs. I
Never.
didn't say drugs.
Well, he said drugs. You
I'm
did,
saying
but
at
he
the
said
parties.
Switching over your wardrobe.
some
Well,
parties
he
be
said
a
drinking
private.
and
Mine are
drugging.
usually private though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
And usually I switch over at
So they
some
do the
point.
swinging thing, like,
Yeah,
but not swinging.
probably.
They don't call it swinging, so they swingers, but they don't call it
right.
swinging.
I mean, they're in a polyamorous relationship, but they go to swinger parties.
Oh, okay. Now, what's interesting is that I used to bartend at a swingers party monthly.
Mm-hmm.
They would have a party monthly.
Yep.
And it was a community,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't really all free for all, so to speak.
Yeah.
It had to be people that were accepted into that community.
Correct.
New people just couldn't walk in off the streets and
Exactly.
say, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
Exactly.
And the place I used to bartend at, that was a closed event, a private event.
Exactly.
And I got propositioned quite a bit, but again, different strokes for different folks.
Right.
I'm not those kind of folks. But it was very interesting to hear the stories of the different couples. Most of them were Caucasianish.
They won the whites. We call them the whites.
I don't say that.
Okay, I'll say it for you. The whites.
Most of them were,
Mm-hmm.
but there were quite a few of.
And I asked, I want to get into how many black people are involved in this.
The
this
people
lifestyle.
that I saw at that party would surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
They were lawyers, they
Yep.
were doctors, they were people who looked totally normal, lead totally normal lives, but this is something that they do.
Yeah.
And I'm the person that I don't judge people. I'm very open to each his own. But I'm always curious. So when people get to talking and they tell me everything, things I don't even ask for, they tell me. So I heard quite a few stories from different couples on how they started doing that, what they do.
Yeah.
And then the conversation would always go back to, "Hey, so are you interested in going upstairs with us?" Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
no.
know till you shoot your shot.
Yeah, shoot, you missed.
Or you keep swinging the axe long enough, the tree might fall.
But it was still interesting to me to hear the stories, and it's a real live community.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And they tipped very well. I think they tipped well because they were trying to get me to
tip
go
up some
upstairs.
steps.
They wanted me to tip
And that romance on finance. So you want to grease those wheels, you got to put a little greenbacks on there. Put them dead white men on the table.
No. My shift is over. By the time you guys make it upstairs, I'm done.
That was on the budget. This is just, I'm going to try money right here.
It was interesting, though.
Yeah.
And then they kept requesting me to be the bartender for their parties, which... It's fine. It's money,
It's good white money.
I'm not tipping up those steps or taking that. Right.
See, tipping on foes.
But I actually got propositioned by, well, it was a couple of couples, but it was by a black female who was really adamant.
Yeah.
Like, she was like a guy.
Trying to get that box about you. Trying to bust it wide open. Bust it.
No, sir. No, ma'am, sir.
Trying to show what that mouth do, though.
I was like, no, ma'am, sir.
Where's the Bible section? Where's the Bible to show?
She was trying
What do we say to these things?
Oh my gosh. She was trying her best to get me up those stairs. And I was like,
they done let go. I don't know if they let go, but they have definitely
I had to do some air math on her, and I was like, carry the one, and I came up with purple. No, it doesn't add up to me going up the steps. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Man, please get whatever you need and come back up the stairs with your party, because no, this one is not going up there. But yeah, it's an interesting community.
And her name was Reese. Her name was Jason, and like she owns a dope store. So she's already in that
Lifestyle,
world of
so
things. So it wasn't that far of a jump from we selling Bible covers. Then all of a sudden,
Not Bible covers. Right.
Bible thumper gone wrong.
And then you showed up at the swinger party. Like, wait, hold on now. You still wearing your
Right.
collar, Father?
Yeah.
So it wasn't that out the
That's
box.
that's not a big leap.
Exactly. So that was dope with them. Jason just when they got more comfortable and the drinks started flowing, whatever, and he was like, me coming to terms that she fell in love with somebody else, and I opened that door, but we got through it and realized she realized it was more lust than love, but they were stronger for it because that was his moment to prove himself. Do you really care about me and handle what we doing? That's my impression.
So what year was this into their 5-year
See, that was a question I missed because I was drinking.
Come on,
but I'm leaving more for the next.
Okay,
I'm leaving more because
Yeah,
she wants to do a show, and I listened back to it. I realized I left some opportunities on the floor because I would just want to make sure I listen and get as much as I can in that moment, and still dealing with production time and stuff. But it was good. It was good stuff. You know what I'm saying? They scratched the surface of what's going on and everything else. But they seem happy. She said she's never been more happy than she's been with him.
And again, I say to each his own.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
seriously.
overwhelmed.
I'm not, though, because I think it's because I've been exposed to so much and I've heard so much firsthand. This is not gossiping. This is firsthand accounts. They're telling me, hey, this is how we met. This is what we do. And it's like, okay, interesting. And it's just that. It's interesting. It's not something that I'm interested in, but go for it. Knock yourselves out. That's that's how I look at it.
And I was telling her, like, I've dated or hung out or whatever with women that were in poly relationships. And I was like, does your boyfriend know that we finna hang out and watch this movie, watch us? Like, this...
Wait. Well, watch a movie or did the movie watch you on?
I mean, it starts off, we watching the movie.
Netflix and chill?
But it's 2 a.m. and I've already been out.
Netflix and ooh.
Right. Because why would the boyfriend mind if we just watch movies?
What happened?
I said, why would the boyfriend mind if we just watch movies? Why you got to even ask that question?
Well, she called me. I didn't call. She came for me. I didn't send for her.
They said you would say that. Yeah.
And then.
They said you would say that.
Then in the morning I left when it was over with, and I got.
You stayed till the morning?
Look.
Huh?
So it was like one of those.
Rule number one.
movies.
You stay till the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, so.
No, once I'm going to sleep when it's over. I'm not finna be packing up. It's already late. It's already 2 in 3 in the morning.
It's okay.
Sun be up soon. You know what I'm staying
so,
for? I'm trying to get breakfast out of something. I ain't gonna do the morning.
Shirley Murdoch.
As we lay.
Right.
As you slept the night away.
Right. Oh, it's morning
It
face.
happened.
No, I'm mad about it.
But see, now it's time to say goodbye.
Come on, somebody.
Okay.
And then life goes on. But ain't my problem. That's between her and him. Whatever situation. I mean, I've never been afraid of a husband or boyfriend before. Why would I start now?
You little home wrecker. Hey, go Huey the home
wrecker. I ain't about nothing. Ain't my problem. She came for me. I didn't come for her.
They said you would say that.
It's not a barrier for me. Your marriage is your problem, not mine.
Oh my.
Well,
somebody got to do it.
You sound like a certified side dog.
I'm okay with that because she got to go home. And I got stuff to do.
You a side dog?
I'm not against it.
You the president of the Side Dog Association?
He said he's not against it.
The what? What happened?
I'm not just a president. I'm also a member. No,
wait.
Just kidding. I mean,
I'm not only a client. I'm the president. What the heck?
I'm over here feeling some type of way.
What's wrong? What do you feel like? What's wrong?
It's just amazing.
Why?
Oh, I just can't phantom the fact that you okay with your mate being with somebody else.
I'm not.
I mean, no. And like I said, no. I mean, that's not for me. And a person is going to do what a person is going to do.
Of
but
course.
I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I know. I guess
I'm
it's
just
hard
not. I know
from
me.
the perspective.
I'm
right.
very territorial.
If you sign a contract to be in that kind of agreement, then you should uphold that contract.
Now I agree with that because I feel like just like with the married people and you have the mistress,
right.
you know your role as a mistress. You know this man is a married man. Okay, we get that or whatever, but that's just not for me. And what you choose to do is your choice.
Exactly.
But it's just appalling to me, and I think that people. I think it's more than what they're willing to admit because your emotions get involved, and you're gonna eventually want more. I'm like, hey, you gonna give me what you giving that wife? Because if you can't offer that, then no.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because so what he's gonna do for that wife, he's not gonna do for you because if you're the side chick, and Exactly. And that's my point exactly. So why are we going to even do this? If you can't do that for me, then look, I don't want it. When I call you at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and I want a snuggle boo, I want you to I need you to do that for me. And if you can't do that, I don't want that. Like, no. How you okay with that?
I mean, that's a deeper conversation, and that's a conversation for somebody who's actually in that situation. And not her. So
I'll tell them this. I'm not a destination yet. I'm a step in the right direction. So they can't say they don't know what's going on.
You're a step in the right direction?
I'm a step in the right direction.
Are you sure?
So if you step me long enough, I might be at a destination once I'm done stepping. But right now, I'm not at a destination yet.
Is that your final answer? That's your final answer?
He's confident in his
No, he's confident. He does not believe what he's saying.
Eventually that's gonna get old.
Well, it's not old yet.
I said eventually.
Eventually ain't here yet.
Okay, well.
Eventually will come for us all. So does death. But I'm not ready to see neither yet.
You sound like a pimp. Pimp Snooky over here. What you don't spit the game. You let the game spit you. Wait a minute. Who am I here? Hold on.
That's just what it is. I mean,
you sound like a whole pimp over here, sir.
My first priority is getting this podcast and everything else that comes with it together and rolling. If you can't respect that or appreciate that, a lot of broken people out here. A lot of broken women.
I agree.
That's true.
A lot of repairing, a lot of luggage. I can't carry your Louis Vuitton travel luggage. I don't have that much luggage myself, so I can help you carry a side, but I'm not gonna carry the whole thing. And a lot of people want you to carry all their baggage, and they just walk around like, no, I'm not carrying this. I'll carry a side. And I'm coming in with a backpack of problems, issues. You coming in with a whole like Titanic section, like you went to the water off Astoria, like you from Zamunda.
But
what?
That's a whole different conversation, though. That's because a lot of people don't address their issues.
Yeah, I agree.
And they jump from relationship or situationship to the next without actually addressing their issues. And so, the luggage, it adds up.
Yeah, and I like
T-shirt here, pair of jeans there, some more shoes, and it adds up.
I still keep a bag in the trunk, so I might not make it home all the time. I'm ready to stay where I go.
Dwayne Jaheim, you say just in case?
Just in case. I don't make it
home tonight.
I'm going to make it to a bed. It's going to be my bed.
Wait a minute.
Come
on, President.
I'd rather need it and not have it. I'd rather have it and not need it and not have it.
Side door President. Wait a minute.
Mr. President.
Right. Hail
Mr. President. Cookie President.
I'm so done.
Hey, I mean, just say, I try to keep the buck out here. Try to present myself in the correct light to know that, hey, my destination yet, but I'm a step in the right direction. So as long as everyone on one step,
as long as you keep telling yourself
but I want to make sure I leave.
But you got to live in reality, and if that's his reality.
Make sure I leave them better than I found them.
Perception is reality. So if that's your perception, I guess.
And that's his reality.
And the door's open.
And that's the problem. A lot of us don't live in reality.
I didn't even bring my wallet, so I can't buy what it is you're selling today. I apologize.
I'm getting away for free. I ain't selling nothing.
You know what?
It's free.
It's
on the house.
Last time I took something.
No.
Last time I took something free from a man, child.
Oh, well, I ain't got no receipts on nobody, so I might for a method with a 49-0.
No thanks.
Okay, I'm a defeated champion out here. I'm giving my stats, but that was a very good podcast, and I look forward to getting back with him again and having some, get more in depth into that lifestyle. I think it's a good.
Is it a lifestyle you can see yourself living?
Yeah, I'll be okay with it. It wouldn't bother me.
That's what all men say.
I mean, I'm emotionally put together and solid in that reality. I've never bought into the whole forever and in a day with this person, this one person came from me and it's perfect. What if my perfect person got swallowed up, was left in a condom somewhere? Like, what if my perfect, what if the person that was for me, we're going to play you are the one that was made just for me. What if that person got swallowed or left in a condom somewhere?
You can't. That person
wasn't for you.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about what I can't control. So I'm gonna live my best life as long as I can.
Wait a minute, you said they were still in the they got flushed out in the toilet.
I left in somebody's box somewhere.
So basically, they don't exist.
Exactly. So I can't worry about that. I'm going to live life and let my energy bring what's supposed to come my way. Enjoy them for as long as they're here, and this train keeps going. And maybe you come back later on. We be in different parts of our lives. It might click better. It might be a destination by then, or I'm not.
Let me tell you what I'm not about to do. Well, first of all, I'm stirring up my drink with a spoon. Let's start here.
Oh man! Please don't cut my production house.
I'm stating facts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Secondly, the whole thing about your person might be MSD might have processed them already.
I never bought to that narrative.
Oh my god!
This is the one that was born for me, and I ain't got time for all that. I'm too diverse and broad in my taste.
I feel it all over my body.
You say you too.
I'm too diverse and broad in my taste of people to limit myself to the thought that
I've never seen you as diverse. I've seen you as liking one particular.
Well, you see what I show you. I don't show everything everybody see.
Now see, look, I gotta lean over to this side now.
There's Bruce Wayne and there's Batman.
I was on your side. Well.
So I'm not mad at you for feeling that way.
It's not diverse if you like the same thing.
No, it's diverse when I have a lot of the different things. Just because you don't see it, or I'm gonna put it out there, don't mean it don't happen.
Exist.
They said you would.
I like playing the shadows.
They said you would say that too.
Well.
Now there might be a heavy percentage, but still it might be a couple.
The
slices.
Majority, you mean?
No, it's a heavy percentage.
Majority, right? Same difference.
There's still diversity. There's something different in that pie besides one thing. It's still diverse and it's still a mixture. Now, it might be heavy, something due to circumstances and environment and opportunity.
You sound like a pimp. Anyway,
so that means it's good. Look, you're talking a good game.
Anyway,
I don't cheat myself. I don't.
That's like me being the only drop of chocolate in a room, in a professional setting, and the room is diverse. No, sir.
No, hell no. No, that's not a diverse room at all.
Right, that's the same.
That's the majority.
That's the same with your dating history.
No, it's not.
Yes, it does.
No, it's not.
Okay, let's get back on track.
The man said it's what he showed you.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm open to everything, but I can't make it like me.
You're right.
And there's some things I'm more accustomed and familiar with hunting for. And I'm positioned to catch with more ease.
So you only hunt for rabbits? Is that
no?
What you're
I'm ready for whatever, but I'm more prepared. I might be a two-sport athlete, but I've got my first sport just by circumstances and environment.
So you're not hunting rabbits? No, I'm just asking.
Silly rabbit, chicks are for kids.
I just wanted to know if you were Elmer Fudd and you're hunting rabbits. I want to know.
My God.
Oh man. I mean, hey, I'm not,
Okay, let's get back
work
on track.
progress. All right.
Let's get back on track.
Alrighty.
Ooh,
so
let's reel it back in.
This is the Put It On My Tab segment. You have anything you want to share with our connoisseurs of anything you're excited about, anything you want them to be informed about, that you care about, anything any kind of announcements you want to give to the audience?
Well, I am excited that my sister will be here next month, and I'm going to see her. I don't know who my sister is.
I know who your sister is.
Yes, the one and only, the fantabulous Fantasia. Ooh, I'm excited. I love her.
Yes, I do too. She's my friend.
Where's she playing at?
She's going to be at the Shafis. Oh, by the way, I hate the Shafis.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, it's
sitting,
but I'll go to see her.
But we will be in the box.
Okay.
So that's good.
Okay.
I'm excited.
She's my friend in my head. She doesn't know it though.
Oh, okay.
We've been friends for
a long time. But that's my sister.
Yeah. She doesn't know that either, but okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Jay, got any announcements you want to put on the tab for them to remember?
I believe that I'm going to go to Amateur Night on Monday night at a strip club in Illinois.
Oh. I'm going to support you.
Wait. Pause. Whoa.
Whoa.
Are you going as a performer? Or are you
Absolutely.
going
as... She said amateur night.
I'm trying to give her. I'm trying to make sure I leave nothing unanswered or unquestioned. So make sure we understand, so everyone can make sure they mark their calendars.
Who is everyone?
And get their ones ready.
No ones.
Their 20s ready.
Okay.
So
Start big.
Wait a moment.
Wait a minute.
Wait a moment.
All right, carry on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, this is my artistic debut. Ones? Oh my.
I didn't mean to insult you. I do apologize from the deepest part of my heart.
All right.
Okay. So what establishment will you be blessing with your talents?
I don't know if I want to announce that yet. Follow me on Instagram at IJ All Day, and I'll announce what establishment I'm going to be performing amateur night at. Yeah.
Wow.
She ready?
Okay. Follow those all those Caucasian men that like the BBWs. Who wants to like the BBWs? I'll announce it.
Oh man, well, please, I will keep you guys updated on this. When I know, you will know.
Come on, somebody.
And we all gonna make a caravan of love to this establishment. And we're gonna bring out all our rent and mortgage money and car note money.
Don't do that now.
And we trying to throw it all away.
I would prefer someone.
Bring your wheels, bring all paperwork to sign it all away.
Stocks and bonds and just
don't do it, y'all.
Leave
Don't
it all
do
on
it.
the stage.
Don't
just
do
leave
it.
it on the stage.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Shoot. Come on, somebody.
Oh man, put on my I don't have anything. I have a lot of it's funny as the podcast have grown, it went from having to not necessarily beg, but ask people to come on to like now I'm in the streets. People are like, hey, are you Marcus from the Soulardians or Cognac Corn? I say, yes, I am. How are you doing this evening? Just people actually taking genuine interest in the product, and you just sort of see as we diversify our audience, we get more people to be exposed to what a podcast is, where it's at, what it looks like, and then you can sort of compare the production between other podcasts that do it for. You can tell there's two ideologies in podcasts as I see it. There's one that do it for a certain community, and they're about building that community up and empowering them to do whatever they want to do. And there's people that are there to have a podcast for themselves. They just want to talk about something that's overly saturated or it has very predictable content. Everybody's opinion ain't valuable. Like, just because you have one, no man want to hear it.
Everybody has one.
But when you make your podcast about other people and you make it about, people sharing their real stories, I think you'll never have a problem with guests. So good. Between, me and Cecil ain't done a podcast with me and him in like weeks because we keep having great guests and it just snowballs and turns into what it turns into, and it goes out to people. We don't know who's seeing it. We see numbers. People know who's actually seeing it and enjoying it and say, damn, if I see him out, I'm editing at the bar and I'm doing whatever, like, oh, I want to be on. Well, let's figure out a day and get you on. Let's have that. And you get different stories, and it goes into places that they didn't expect it to go. They come in to talk about this. I'm turning that way. That's how I feel. And so you get a good genuine story and you really get to see people at their truest self. So you really get bring humanity out of people. So that's been the biggest thing that I enjoy with putting on my tab is just the process and like things you sort of envision, think about a lot over time. It's like, damn, people want to actually, maybe I should think about this money more often. Maybe that's not going to showing up too.
Right.
But you're so consumed with making a good product and having a good experience, and bringing the people in that you feel maybe I should focus on the funding with this. Maybe I should look for a check. But we'll only be a year.
What time?
Right. We'll be a year in November.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like from when.
Right. Real applause for that.
Give the BBC applause.
Yeah.
BBC. That's a Big Buddha Communications, not BBC like thing. It's Big Buddha Communications, not.
Wait a minute.
Buddha.
Wait a minute.
Big Buddha.
Big Buddha?
Big Buddha, Budda.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't there.
Okay, me either.
I was somewhere. Okay.
Yeah,
look,
I know.
I'll drink to that.
You have to enunciate because I was somewhere. I'll drink to that as well.
Big Buddha. Yeah.
Yeah. We were on the same page.
I was in a whole different book.
We're going to get some shirts made that's out of the BBC. On the front there, on the back has the company logo.
Because
I know.
If mine said I love the BBC, that would be something totally different. Totally.
And that's sort of the goal
What
of.
would mine be?
The same thing that mine would be. The BBC would be the BBC. But
BBC, you know me. You down with BBC?
You know me.
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
Who's down with BBC?
Everybody.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Oh, man. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was our first couple segments. Hope everyone enjoyed I'm trying to get some organization to this monster that we created.
Okay, here we are.
But no, I'm saying in general, like I want everyone to be themselves and have open conversation.
This train has gone off the tracks.
But that's always the I know it is.
It's not gonna catch on fire. We're back on track now.
Let's get the train back on the tracks.
It's on the track.
I
think I can.
All right. So, Kim, so we do know much about Jay from previous episodes. We don't know much about you. But before we get to about you, we will get to another segment where we just give out some suggestions from albums or books or movies or podcasts we enjoy. That seems to be my section more than you guys from the look on your faces.
Pretty much.
And I'll edit this in later about, I think people should listen and read. Okay, so we just skip that part of the show. Because clearly they don't want to go for it. I'm not going to fight for it.
I have a movie.
What you got?
Oh, The Overcomer. Have you guys seen The Overcomer?
What is that?
Oh my God. So it's a movie. It's awesome, and I think that everybody needs to see it. So it's just basically like a movie of faith. So I think that anybody could relate to it, regardless of where you are in life. It doesn't have to be a religious standpoint, but it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. And I'm a crybaby. So I just need to share. So I went to therapy like last year. Ever since I've been,
I love therapy. Therapy's great.
Oh my God, I cry all the time.
Oh girl, I cried today. Let me watch Endgame, Marvel Endgame. I'm crying every time Tony Stark died.
Oh my
I cry
God.
every time.
Yeah, I'm a cry. I like the whole movie. I just cried.
That's amazing.
I'm just so in touch with my feelings and my emotional side.
I've always been in touch though.
I haven't. I haven't.
I've always been that way.
But that goes to probably another segment or something like that. But being in tune with you is definitely a great thing, and I have been since therapy.
Yeah, it's an important thing.
Yeah, and it's a taboo in our community, and people think that like therapy is like I'm crazy, something wrong with me,
or it's for white people.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That's always
it's for humans.
It's for him, and I think everybody needs to go to therapy.
No one got more PTSD
You think you okay? You're not okay.
No,
you're not okay. And therapy is like you find out so many things about yourself. You think like your zodiac sign is the reason why I am like how I am. I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. I'm stubborn. And you never think to go back to like when I was a child. This is what happened to me.
That was one thing.
Damn, little mama.
Oh,
wait a minute.
We'll try to get that going for 5 minutes.
How did that go? Wait.
I'm not sad anymore.
Ain't like a twerk and get your line right.
we were talking about amateur night like 20 minutes ago.
I've been working this connection, this Wi-Fi for a minute. Like, this motherfucker, hey, come on, Apple Music, you fucking up my goddamn rhythm. This regular ass. I'm talking goddamn my production. I need my Wi-Fi to be more on top of.
We talked about amateur night 2 segments ago. What?
That Wi-Fi finally overcame.
It's
an overcomer. It's an overcomer.
I want to talk to the bill maker, the bill payer in this house.
You need to talk to somebody. You could have hooked up to my hotspot or something.
Call him up.
That's crazy.
Call him up.
But back to therapy. Therapy is very important. I started my therapy went with the UMSL because I was paying for it. So I'm gonna go in and have conversations. But I always had people I can have honest conversation with, especially since I spoke to a lot of women. So I can always be myself and not be some other version of what a man's supposed to be and have conversations about my feelings. I can drink and drive. I can have what I have.
You said drink and drive.
Drake and drive.
Drake and drive.
Yeah.
Meaning
that's when Drake would have records that really resonated with how I felt. So after a night of heavy drinking, I could get an Uber or get home safely. And I would prefer to play my Drake list to get me through the emotional vulnerability.
I got you.
Vulnerability is something I'm working on a lot on too.
Oh my God. So now that you speak on that, I went to a forum on last Sunday. It was at Barcode on St. Charles Rock Road in St. Anne. And they had about 5 therapists there. And it was called Let's Talk About It. And when I say it was so informative and, which you saying about the vulnerability of our men and stuff like that. And that they're saying they're going to do that like every second October of the month, and
every second what?
Second. I'm sorry.
Put that down. Put the glass down.
Every second October of the month. I said it's October every month.
Every second Sunday.
Okay.
Every month.
Okay.
Every second October.
So it'll be the second Sunday in October. It said 11 o'clock at Barcode. Like you all need to check it out.
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Okay.
And they have food, like a little brunch or whatever, and it's really informative. And they have like certified therapists there.
That's
and
good.
when I say it was excellent, oh my God, it was Excellent.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, look, I'll keep you informed.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
And D'Al's, like maybe post something or put it up, and you can put it
Absolutely
out there. So
absolutely,
yeah, check it out.
Absolutely.
We all need therapy. Go to therapy. Therapy works.
Absolutely.
And you're not crazy because you go to therapy.
No, it's
but most people think that's what it is.
No, but a lot of crazy people don't go to therapy,
and that's what I'm saying. But they think that when you go there, that's what it is. But that's not what it is. Yeah. It helps.
A lot of crazy people never go see a therapist, and that's a problem.
Yeah. Being aware and comfortable with your human emotions and fears, and
you know what? H-Town was very, very prolific in their song back in the 90s. And the song, they said, it's all about emotions.
Somebody rocking that.
No, not that song.
Oh, okay.
The song was called Emotions. And they said it's all about emotions.
But we don't even know how to be in tune with our emotions. Because, like, one of the things that they talked about were, like, the young men and how when you grew up, like, if you fall and hurt yourself because you're a boy, they tell you,
cry.
Like, yeah. So now we dealing with men that can't share their emotions.
Oh. That's it.
Share your emotions.
She made it sound like I was gonna need some. I can't listen to this in therapy. I'm gonna end up freaking on a therapist.
No, but that was just no. But like everything is a song to me. Any topic we come up with, I can come up to a corresponding
I'm like
song.
That too. Me too.
Any statement that you make, any catchphrase, I can come up with a song that matches it. And that's just the way my mind works.
And I just bust out and start singing.
Yes.
But I ain't know that song, so I ain't sing it.
You don't know Emotions?
No, sorry.
Emotions make you cry sometimes?
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
You know the song.
Okay. Well, you know I'm horrible, so don't do me like that.
Sugar darling. Wait a minute. But most of all, he said, but most of all,
they make you fall in love.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So yeah. Okay, let's get the train. Let's get the train back on track.
We derailed again.
Come on, let's get the train.
We're gonna be like the other day that train caught on fire.
Oh no, we're
you
not
can't
gonna
keep
catch on
derailing.
Come on, let's get back on track.
Okay, so therapy and vulnerability. I think with the podcast, I've definitely come to, especially having more women on. Like getting the first, I'm so appreciative of the first 5 women we've had on the podcast between Cognac and Stellardians, because now more women they're seeing women do it, and they come back and do it again. They're more comfortable coming in solo with me and Cecil, just me, and having conversations to where I can get to confront my chosen barriers to the happiness I deserve. You know, I came up with sort of an analogy what I was feeling a couple weeks ago. I was like, I got so consumed with worrying about breaking the eggs that I wasn't worried about the omelet I deserve.
Oh, come on, somebody!
Now he preaching. He done went from pimp to preacher.
Wait a minute. No, he sound like a pimp and preacher. Wait a minute.
He a pimp and preacher. He
so
went from pimp to preacher.
You say, hold on.
He was worried about breaking the eggs, honey, and not worried about making an omelet.
Come on, somebody.
If the eggs broke, you can't make no omelet.
Come on, somebody.
You need a whole egg. You gotta break it yourself. You can't bring in the carton of eggs already broken.
Let's have communion.
Here you go. Do this in remembrance of the eggs. In remembrance of me. Of me.
Wait a minute. That's different. Hold on.
Oh, that's the pimping part.
Okay.
And what I was saying, what I was meaning by that, like, in order for me to get the omelet that I deserve, being the woman relationship, that peace that comes with having a relationship that's very fruitful, especially what one looks like. So I have my mother and Mike to sort of model myself.
Which is an amazing model. Yes. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it louder for the heifers in the back. That's an amazing model.
I agree.
Exactly. And I reference my mom's situation, relationship all the time, to how I like certain things I just don't believe in. I won't adhere to.
Right.
But when we regards to the omelet, like I was so overwhelmed and worried about how many women do I have to go through and break to get to the woman I need to be with. Because either you're very patient and wait for that person to come across your path through osmosis or just living life, or you have to be actively involved in a contact sport of love. So when I was like, damn, why am I having this stop and go with all these women I meet in different parts of it, if it's online, in the streets, whatever I'm meeting them, I sort of self-sabotage it because I'm so concerned, like, damn, she ain't gonna be it, but she's it right now. And I'm like, damn, I don't want to leave a lasting impression on her that might affect whoever she meets next. So I was so overwhelmed.
Overthinking.
Yeah, I was so concerned with her be after me that I wasn't worrying about me
right now
in that moment
getting to the next where I need to be at. So once I sat down and really just sort of read some stuff, decompressed, and got well, I'm so concerned with breaking the eggs in these broken shells. I'm not concerned with, okay, I deserve this omelet. It's more important than these eggs to get there. I like
that.
That's good.
I like that.
So that was me working on coming to terms with my vulnerability. And sometimes I was also stuck with, I was, thinking of the 3 Ps. When it comes to, as a man to a woman, you need to be able to profess, provide, and protect. And I was so overwhelmed with thinking provide always meant financial. So something in this world, most women make more than men, blah, blah, blah. I have to get past that because I have so much ambition and drive and blah, blah, blah. But I was ignoring those things that are worth more than money because I'm like, I got it, but I ain't got it. I can make it look like I got some, but I ain't got none.
Right. And women are nurturers. So whatever you got, we're going to nurture that. Naturally. And we're going to, you give us some bricks and we'll help you build a house.
But and oftentimes.
You bring home the bacon.
Too often. Make you BLT.
Well, you heard me.
So too often, as women, we tend to take on projects. And like I'm a fan of the HG channel, like HGTV. I'm a fan. And putting it in that term, we are okay with the fixer upper. We're okay with sometimes with total gut rehabs because the bones are good.
Yeah. And
men are not that way. Men are not looking at the potential of a house. They want turnkey. They want a property they can turn the key, go in, put their clothes in the closet, and it's good. Women, we tend to, I see the potential in you, and oftentimes we fall in love with the potential.
Now that's true.
That is in you, and not who you are. And the worst thing that can happen in that situation is that the person never fulfills or never really lives up to their potential. And it's not because, you can't will another person to reach their potential.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be there in a supportive role. You can be their biggest cheerleader. But if the person doesn't have the wherewithal or the gumption, the drive to get to where their potential is, sometimes they never see in themselves what you see in them. And as women, we take on those projects, and 6 years later, the house is still a mess.
It has no foundation.
And it's sitting.
You don't build your house on faulty ground.
Cracked, and it's still no walls, and it's a hole in the roof.
So you fix one thing, and something else.
And when
broken.
It rains, the lights cut off in the living room, and that's all because
faulty foundation.
The guy never realized his full potential,
right? Yeah.
And he can't see what you see.
He had an idea with no blueprints.
He didn't have the idea, though. You had the idea.
Yes. Yeah.
As the woman, we had the idea. And we saw, oh my gosh, he could be a great man. He could be this, he could be that. But if a person doesn't see that in themselves, they are never going to live up to that.
Yeah.
The saying that behind every successful man is a good woman, that's a true statement. But that's a man that has seen his potential and had the proper support to fulfill that potential.
And the woman don't necessarily have to be someone like a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever. It could be your parent, your grandparent, somebody else, a teacher. Exactly. It doesn't have to be, we make everything about relationships.
No. I mean, but it is about a type of relationship.
A type of relationship.
But
not
necessarily a sexual relationship or romantic relationship.
Yeah, romantic relationship is a good word. Yeah.
But that's the fault. And I'm guilty of it.
But we're nurturers by nature.
Because we are. And
we were made
to take advantage of that.
You want to see the good in a person. Nobody wants to go looking for people and you want to see the bad in them. That's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
But our emotions cause us to do that too.
Oh yeah,
because we are emotional beings. We were made
emotional.
Men
are emotional too, but we not allowed. We don't allow ourselves to embrace them and own them.
Not
work
often.
on them.
Well, because you're
not
taught
often.
that.
Right.
But most of the time, men are taught that. That goes back to when we said like when you were little and you cried and you a man up.
Yeah.
So now if you're feeling a certain type of way, you keep that suppressed.
And
you
keep bottle it up, it explodes,
and that's very unhealthy.
And that's and then when you're in a relationship with somebody, you have to be able to share your emotions. Like if you love me, I need to know that you love me.
Yeah.
Show me that you love me. Tell me that you love me, not just on the inside in your head. Like, oh, I love her.
Saying, like with love language, you gotta love them in their language, not yours.
And that's true.
And that's why I like the quiz, the 5 love languages.
That's a great book. I have that book. It's a great book.
But just the online quiz is amazing. If you're not going to take the time to read the book, it's amazing to understand that person quickly in that moment because they're answering questions about themselves and how they receive love and you know what love means to them and what means more to them, a physical touch or an act or a physical touch or a gift
or or a word. I'm a touch person. I'm almost throwing away a lot of I've always risked it all on a good on a good fingertip on my back because I shouldn't do this. I said, oh girl, I know I shouldn't be doing this with you, but man, you rub them nails across my back at this bar right now.
Got you caught up.
So you think like, well,
you end up at home with some cocaine. Oh, child.
You like that poison.
Like, don't touch me, please don't touch me because I'm drinking, I'm feeling myself. I got paid today. I was like, don't do it. Stay strong, because I know that. So maybe prepare myself for. I really shouldn't be doing this.
Don't fall for it.
Look, we all know that though.
Do it. Yeah.
It's the same way with women. Yeah. We do the same thing.
Yeah, and that's why I always ask them, like, what's your love language, so I will know. And it's always amazing because I spend a lot of time reading, blah blah blah, doing shit that most men don't do. But I was raised by women. Like I always give credit to my mom and auntie, and like I was raised to communicate and being comfortable. Like of course, Felicia had her basic rules.
Don't call her Felicia in front of me.
Look here, Felicia. Okay, on this right here.
So Felicia is the mom. We understand.
Wait. He said this right here. She's
right
gonna
here.
Be Felicia.
She's Felicia.
You know what, Felicia? I don't condone it, but go ahead, finish.
So Felicia gave me my basic rules, but she didn't confine me to any kind of ideology. I was able to grow at my own pace,
right, which is why you end up messing with cocaine. Yeah.
And it's okay if you like cocaine.
It is.
It's his choice.
I've recently started dabbling in cocaine, so it's okay.
Well, I had some before.
It's just a cultural difference that
I didn't get high off the cocaine. I hate
shit. I've been strung out.
Let's be clear.
For the listeners who don't know what the cocaine is,
it's the whites. The male milky whites out there, you know what they are.
Speaking of which, I started using a dating app.
Oh, and shit. I'm the king. They call me a keyboard gangster back in my youth.
Oh my gosh.
My profiles is lit.
Oh my God.
Hit him with that tie. They be like, ooh. I'm like, no, I'm not really that great. I'm like, I'm cool. I got a little, these teeth. I kill them with a smile on there. They be like, ooh, swipe right. I said, no, but I ain't gonna swipe back.
You know what? So over the summer, I had the gumption to put a profile on a dating app. And
spit it out, motherfucker. Let's go.
I don't want anybody looking me up. But
I want to know where you at. I want to swipe. I'm gonna get your DMs like, hey, boo. I'm gonna say Cecil, get in her DMs and see what happens.
So is Cecil the guy who invited me on the podcast? Oh, tall guy.
With that beard, yeah. I mean, we can go to his bar tonight if y'all have some time. He owns a bar and he's a bar owner.
We have time.
You find some time, won't they?
We have time. So anywho,
that is Colorado Bob, Ship of Fools at 3457 Mercure Road, 6116. Sorry.
Oh, plug. Look, a shameless plug. But I set up a profile on an app. And most of the interested parties, all of the interested parties were Caucasian guys.
Cocaine.
The cocaine. And
cocaine.
and that was different for me because I've never utilized cocaine. Not that I'm against it, but I've never been.
Any lessons, any education, I ain't here to help.
No, people are people. So I've only met up in real life with one person that I met off the app. It was not unusual. No, we didn't meet up in that way.
I'm just happy to hear the story. I'm ecstatic.
We did not meet up in that way. We met at a bar.
We thought Sebastian this story. He gave us hell for so long.
No.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I gave you and Sebastian hell rightfully. You guys were due that. That's different.
Of course.
So I met up with him at a bar. It was very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Our personalities complemented one another. The chemistry was there.
Is that why you talking like that?
Mm-hmm. No. I'm speaking. I want to be clear.
We met in a beautiful
that voice
establishment. Ambiance was amazing. I said, who the fuck is this? It's like a motherfucking shooter that came down an hour ago giving me hell. Now she heard, I'm a lady.
I apologize.
Pick a side.
I said,
I'm quiet.
Hey, you on?
Okay.
I apologize.
So, anywho, we met up. The chemistry was there. It was very comfortable. Our sense of humor matched. We both are very sarcastic people. However, at the time, well, no, still now, I'm not interested in just the hookup. Wait a minute. Now he got the thing. No. You know what? You will not.
Tell your story, boo. Go ahead, girl. You some of the culture.
We met up only one time, and I'm open. I'm open to the possibilities. Mm-hmm. That's not.
Pull that shit, Kim. Pull that shit.
That's only orange juice.
Where the booze at? Girl, goddamn. Bring some of the orange juice down.
That's only orange juice.
Put some of that shit down. God damn it. She done set you up for failure.
She's not the bartender. I don't know what to tell you.
Bartender.
So I am open to the possibilities. I honestly believe love is love. I gave you a lot of grief about the cocaine usage. Mm-hmm. I do. However, I feel like love is love.
Pick your poison.
Whoever you connect with. If it's genuine, it is what it is. I still have not partaken in the cocaine. Mm-hmm. I have not.
Sweet.
But I have not sniffed a line.
You just throw your head on the plate and just cut it up.
No, I haven't cut it up on a plate. Not with the. I didn't roll up $100 bill.
You saw the brick. You just saw the brick.
I saw the brick.
Saw the brick. Yeah.
I did see the brick. The brick was appealing.
Get the little knife and just get in there a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that's it.
I might see the brick this evening when the brick gets off work. I don't know. It just depends.
Have them come back Colorado bars full of whites there.
It just depends.
But wait till I get.
I'm open. I'm open to real connections. That's just what it is, and it doesn't matter if you're yellow, orange, white, or whatever. It's just real connections.
I think as we mature.
Hold on, Kim. You finna get real adult. I'm gonna get real petty for 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Okay.
All the hell you done gave me all these years for my cocaine use. You had
cocaine addiction. That's different. You were addicted.
Well, if you keep going, you might go out.
It didn't happen overnight.
Well, that's different. When it happens, it happens.
That's all right. I'm gonna get you therapy, get you into rehab. I'm not gonna let you go down that path. I love you.
And I say, no.
You gonna let me pookie?
She's trying to make me go to rehab.
Right.
And I say, no.
All the hell you gave me all this.
But you abused the cocaine.
No, I didn't abuse the cocaine. The cocaine abused me.
Oh. Well, you allowed the cocaine to abuse you.
Well, let me take a drink.
I was open to what God had for me.
No. That's
and
not.
God had wanted me in those environments.
I had education. God gave you free will, and your free will chose you to snort lines and lines of cocaine.
When I was thrown into a whole mountain of cocaine, I had to survive.
You put the cocaine on your gun.
I was thrown into a jungle in Colombia with nothing but coca leaves. So I had to survive.
No.
He brought you out, D. I know without a doubt that he
cannot even.
Me out.
I cannot even. You were strung out on the cocaine. And that's what I gave you grief for.
He been delivered.
You were so.
He been delivered.
Okay, but he's bringing up old stuff, so we're gonna stay there.
He brought it up. You told me to stay neutral. I'm in the middle. I'm
stay
right. All right.
So you were so. Wait a minute. You were so strung out on the cocaine. that when you saw a nice piece of chocolate walk past, you were blind. That's different. Now tell me if I'm right or if I'm right.
That's not true.
You would ignore a nice piece of chocolate.
I didn't know.
Because
I didn't
you
know
were so strung out on the cocaine.
I didn't have the skill set. There's a different approach to the Winter Olympics and the Summer Olympics.
True statement.
And at that time, I was not prepared. I was not. Exactly.
So you were still wearing your winter clothes in the summertime?
Sweating and nervous and dripping.
He was wearing a sweatshirt and shorts and boots.
Well, you know they do that now.
No,
I do that today.
Well, I'm saying, you know they do that now.
I mean, that's what he was.
I was ahead of the time. I was out here.
He was messing with the cocaine. Cocaine makes you do that.
You created the fad. They just got.
The cocaine will have you doing that. The cocaine will have your body confused.
I agree with you on that. I'm on your side.
The cocaine will have your body confused.
Let me lean back over this side. She right.
And you wouldn't know what the season is. The top of your body is winter, the bottom is summer, and the middle is somewhere in between. That's the way. Yeah, no.
You know how many days I went to school leaving Felicia's home in that ensemble, and I got hell. What are you wearing? I said, "What are you talking about? You wearing a hoodie with some shorts on and some Birkenstocks?" Yeah, what's the problem?
Oh my God.
Katie and Brooke gonna love this shit when I get to school.
Wait a minute, see the cocaine.
That was his environment, like you said.
I went to.
But keep this in mind. There was not only cocaine in their environment. There was a nice pieces of chocolate in that environment. They wouldn't give me
no run. Everybody older than me, nigga, was cars. Even when I got out of high school and I was just out, they wouldn't give me no run because I was still dressed in the same.
Well, the presentation, like...
but I was being authentic. I was being my best self. I was going to be somebody I'm not.
No, you were being somebody that you wanted Becky and Katie to like.
That's just what I was at that point. That's just what I enjoyed wearing. I was going to be somebody I wasn't.
But you just stated that you were wearing what Becky and Katie liked.
I was wearing what I liked. They approved, so I thought it was a good idea. Anything that... Whatever. I don't got 24s on my car because some girl likes 24. It works well. Men only do what's rewarded. So whatever game I'm running, because I've been rewarded, good or bad. So what I'm doing that makes me happy and get rewarded, I'm gonna keep doing, get me rewarded.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So that's what it was. Like I like Tommy and Forces and like a little bit of this silly shit. Like, oh, y'all like it too? What the fuck? I'm keep doing shit if it works.
Right. I can agree with that. Okay. I get. I mean,
and the chocolate in the environment was like white chocolate. It was like swirl.
No. It was some dark chocolate in it.
But they was mixed.
But no. It was some dark chocolate.
It was some dark chocolate.
And she's still my friend. I know you reference to. That's still my homie.
I'm not referenced to anybody in particular. I'm simply stating that it was available. It was present.
And I own. I wasn't.
It might have been sampled at some point. That's all I'm saying. Anywho. Yeah, so what I was gonna say is okay, I get it, it's fine. And the reason I gave you hell is because you misrepresented the length and the duration of your cocaine usage, which is why I gave you hell. And Sebastian too. Hey, Sebastian, gave you hell because you misrepresented the duration and actual length of your cocaine usage. Now, if we're going to be real people, let's be real people, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, I've shared my real stuff. Hey, I met up with some cocaine, and I might meet up with the cocaine again. I might snort a line. Let's just be clear.
Just one line.
This never was one line.
And you an amateur, so you have to take it slow.
It depends on how long the line is.
You can't go all in.
It depends on,
don't do it, friend.
It depends on how long the line is. I might go back for another line.
Okay. Yeah. Well, going back, but don't take all of it in at one time.
No,
you might overdose.
Well,
no. No overdosing.
I mean, people die every day. They haven't died before. Now, let's be clear.
That sounds familiar.
Well, you only died once.
Yeah.
Well,
you only died once.
It's a lot of people who dead and don't know it. So, let's be clear.
Sound like a pimp over there.
I
remember that. That's how I sound. When I started off too, I was like, this will be one line. Then bitch two lines.
No, because I'm very...
Just don't do it.
No, I'm very honest.
Why you want to deprive her of exploring her humanity?
Well, no, because I've tried it before. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
But she can't determine what I'm going to do.
Overdosage. I'm just saying don't overdose on it.
I mean, but...
I'm not saying don't try it. Don't overdose on it.
Okay, and I can't confirm nor deny that. I'm like a politician right about now. I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not I'm going to overdose on the cocaine. What I am going to tell you is that
I'm telling you not to do it.
Not to try it line?
I'm not saying don't try it. I said no overdose.
So, Kim, are you saying you overdosed when you tried it?
No, I did not.
Then why are you so concerned about overdosing?
Because I'm a friend and I care.
But I'm a friend too. I will hold you. I'll walk you through it.
That's because you addicted to it, so you approve of it.
I'm not addicted to it. I beat my addiction.
You've been delivered.
So most rehabs have who running the rehab.
Right, but I don't want her to have to go to the rehab.
But sometimes you gotta.
I'm trying to keep
you bring you to it to get you through it.
No.
Sometimes he brings you to it to get you through it.
Pastor Snoogie, hold on, Pastor.
But sometimes you don't have to go through it.
It's like saying
so when you have people like me,
it's like a smart person learns from their own mistakes. A wise person learns from mistakes of others. Is that what you're saying to say?
So okay,
but life is to be lived.
I'm not saying that it's a mistake. I'm just saying just be careful.
I didn't say it was a mistake. I said life is to be lived.
Just be careful.
I will.
And you have friends.
That's like a parent. Like your mother have told you things that you wish you have listened to. Correct?
I mean,
and she told you based on experience. Experience is the best teacher.
Well, that's
Didn't Mickey Howard tell you that?
She said.
So why you blaming her experience?
That's what Mickey Howard said.
That's what the evangelist said.
She said it takes a fool like me to know.
To know. Why be a fool when I'm telling you?
Come on, somebody.
Don't overdose.
So let me say this.
Have a little bit.
Let me say this.
Use some common sense. I know you got some. It's somewhere down in there. Use it.
Well, common sense is not common.
It's not common. Now you're right about
it. But
I
do possess it. So with that being said, with that being said, I do not have plans for overdosing on the cocaine.
Hallelujah. Look at God.
I don't plan on overdosing on the cocaine.
God don't answer prayer.
However, I do
plan on indulging in the cocaine
recreationally, maybe.
That's what then turn into something else.
Well, I mean,
that's like how the weed smoker starts smoking.
But however, my cocaine usage or my cocaine experimentation could turn into a beautiful experience between my cocaine and I.
But isn't that cocaine like it's a level of comfort and peace that you haven't experienced before? Like it's a level.
I've never.
It's just
you're out of your mind. You're not of yourself when you're doing cocaine.
Maybe I don't want to be of myself.
That's why you try it. You want to be outside your body.
So you don't never want to be somewhere where you don't know when you're not yourself.
Kim is saying like you actually doing drugs.
Don't do it.
I think Kim like this so much she's scared to go back.
I think that's what it is. She's afraid.
Cocaine did a number on her. That white people shit a whole different level of nasty.
It actually did. It didn't faze me at all. I took a little sniff and hey, I was okay. But I didn't get addicted. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't get addicted. And it don't matter if it's cocaine. It don't matter if it's heroin. Because heroin.
Opium. That's what we call Asians opium.
Well, the heroin is the little tar. The little tar is black, and you smash it, and it's dark. So the heroin, whatever drug it is, don't get addicted.
Heroin would be like cocaine would be like a regular white person.
That's just like we're drinking.
Heroin is like a black white person.
Oh,
I call like ghetto ass white girls dirty bunnies. Cause
well, let me put this down.
So dirty bunny is like
tell me more.
So dirty bunny is like white girls. You can tell them are black guys ain't never going back. So they've been in the black forest and just never left.
They done been in the dirt.
Yeah, and it's obvious. Some white girls you can't tell till like you talking to them. They know a lot of shit they shouldn't know. They be like, what the fuck you know about some goddamn the baby? What you know about this shit that you gotta really be in the culture to know? Then those are few. It becoming more common because the culture is so. I mean, hip hop is pop culture now, so it's unavoidable. But like you can tell those white people that's been in the black culture for a long time, and it's sort of just who they are. And I call them heroin for guys, but then for white women that way I call them dirty bunnies. Then you got the regular white people who call cocaine.
Okay.
And this is coming from a person that has been in drug trafficking in his way for a long time, so I've discovered and created terminology to, give a little reference, a little seasoning to the conversation besides just saying whites all the time.
What saying what?
Whites.
Look, whites. That's how I minister music.
Say what? What are they?
The whites.
Put the little behind it. Let her That's to tell her Somebody
awful.
tell us to sing.
That's awful.
Whites.
Yes.
That is absolutely awful.
I did not think this would turn
This train
into
has derailed.
a confession
This train.
of your
Smoke
cocaine
session
dabbling.
confession.
No, but I have not dabbled in
I
the
know, but
cocaine.
But you're willing.
But the wheels are greased. It's only a matter of time.
And it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with you.
Kim,
giving
tell your cocaine
have-
story because you keep referencing this story. You keep.
Well, I definitely dabbled
Okay,
in
go ahead. Tell the
cocaine a
story. So
little
where'd you
bit,
meet? Where'd you meet him?
and I sniffed a little bit. I had two.
You slept with the white man?
Yeah.
How was it, girl?
Well,
You need a drink first.
we're gonna leave that. Well, it was a different experience. Just let me say
Okay,
that.
go ahead. It's we amongst friends. Ain't nobody watching us.
And Facebook.
Well, let me just say, I was not excited.
He let you down. It was like a ding. It was.
Was it a disappointment? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. We'll take that as a yes. It was a disappointment. Okay. But keep this in mind. We've all had disappointments. We've had disappointments
Right.
with the Hershey Kisses. We've had disappointments with Hershey Kisses.
I mean,
So
it's all the same. It is what you like. You
correct.
Know, if I'm actually honestly like, if you find some cocaine that makes you happy, I'm going to be happy for you.
I appreciate that.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy, and if you're happy, I'm happy.
I appreciate that, friend.
Yes,
Thank you.
And that's the honest to God
Thank you,
truth.
friend.
So if the cocaine,
appreciate
baby,
that.
if you get high to the sky, honey, I'm gonna be high to the sky with you.
Okay, and with that being said,
But don't let the cocaine bring you down. Don't go low, go high.
So with that being said, the trouble that I gave you and Sebastian, you guys earned it. I only give people what they are due.
Okay.
I don't take back a word that I said.
Didn't expect you would.
All the words that I said in love.
I know.
You deserved it.
Right. You deserve it like Mama D with her teeth falling out. Like, yeah, it is what it is. I said what I said. And I meant what I meant.
My cocaine insults belong to
With
you.
Carmen, I just did it. And I just got through drinking though. So anyway, I said what I said, and I meant what I meant. Now, with me possibly wanting to dabble in some cocaine, that does not mean that I am not gonna look at a Hershey Kiss over here.
I would expect you not to. I would expect you
No,
not to jump off the.
I'm speaking about other people. I'm speaking about other people, not myself. So I would never turn my nose up to a nice Hershey bar that's sitting over here.
You like chocolate milk.
I mean, I don't drink milk, period. But anywho, if it was a nice Hershey bar here and it was appealing to me and I wanted some chocolate at that moment, I'm not gonna be like, oh no.
Hershey chocolate.
Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Right.
Exactly.
White chocolate, Hershey chocolate, dark
so when I made
chocolate,
statements
milk chocolate,
previously about
chocolate.
Sebastian and yourself, it was because it was my opinion that you guys overlooked some perfectly good chocolate. And you only utilizing the cocaine. You couldn't see anything but the cocaine. That was my opinion. It still is. I stand on it. I'm stumping on it. I'm dancing around on my heels on it. And that's where we are.
I'm following them here.
And to corroborate her story, the impression she received was the impression I delivered to her.
Absolutely.
So she never understood the depths of my addiction at that time in my life
because
I was not prepared to diversify my portfolio
diversify his portfolio.
Due to lack of experience and knowledge how to do so. You only can do what you know. I don't know what I don't know, so I only had experience and time in moving cocaine. Right. I didn't know no better.
And people do what they're comfortable with.
Right.
And you go where you're accepted.
Yes.
Right. And I tried.
And I get that.
And I tried in high school to give me some chocolate that wasn't checking for me, but Becky and Karen was. So I was like, well, yes, we over here today.
Well, you was that preppy black boy. They ain't want to see.
Yeah, I was the only black guy in my class.
Yeah, you're Felicia's son.
Shit.
Now keep this in mind. So back in school, I went to a predominantly white high school.
I'm sorry, Kim.
That we still kind of gravitated to what we knew.
Mm-hmm.
The white chicks, they like the black athletes.
Uh-huh.
It was really not a lot of interracial dating outside of the white chicks and the black athletes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, fast forward to years out of high school, some of those same guys that we went to high school with, in the inbox, hey, I always liked you, but I was too scared to say A, B, and C, and what's good. And it's like, I guess they get to a point to where they're not so much concerned about what other people will say, and they like what they like. And now it's like, hey, because being in school is like a confined environment. Mm-hmm. And you're expected to conform to certain ideals and, whatever. But once they're out of that box, it's like, yeah, I always did like what you were dragging in back of you, and what's good,
dragging girl.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't even know how to approach that.
True, because they're coming from a place of they think they're going to get turned down.
But you know what? Not even only that, like even now as adults or whatever, like you never know, like. You go after what you think is like acceptable, and you're afraid to approach somebody with
it comes back to vulnerability.
Yeah,
and be
like
okay with rejection.
A certain look, or not even on this. It's how you see yourself.
And where's your ego at?
Right.
Where's your confidence level?
Yeah. Too? Can I pull him? Can I pull her? And a lot of times you be so wrong about the person.
Your assumption.
Yeah, and and the person can actually be into you just as well as you're into them, but you thinking like.
But once you get past the initial,
you probably below me, or that's probably above me, but you don't even know. Like most of the people be like, "No, I'm just like you."
Once you get past the initial barrier of, "This was my assumption of you. This is what I assumed you would say or what you would do," then you realize that we're all people.
Yeah.
We are one.
Oh but how you just
Frankie Beverly. Frankie Beverly.
We are one.
Frankie Beverly. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Come on, Frankie. So anywho, once we get past the initial assumptions that we have about people, you realize that people are people. There are some messed up people in every single race in the planet, and there's some really good people in every single race. And we should focus on what our similarities are more so than what our differences are, and the world will be better.
But
we're more alike than we are different.
People focus on what they think other people will like for them. Like if I'm with a guy, like you might like a guy, he might be a nerd. Oh.
Oh, Frankie Beverly.
Come on, Frankie. Oh.
Hey, I be getting them 40 O's. I be, we'll hang out, go to their house, the kids. Ooh, I got a good story. So I was wondering, like, not to cut you off, Kim, hold that thought that you had. So
just don't lose it, but go ahead.
I was like, man, why my phone a little more active than it used to be? Like, my phone been pretty dry through the summer. I mean, it's cool. I've been working and
So you didn't have a hot boy summer?
I don't know. I was fat boy quiet.
Cool down.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I was okay with it, though. I had plenty of things to keep me busy.
Sorry to hear that.
But which part?
That you didn't have a hot boy summer.
It's fine. I know my season.
Oh, now.
And so
wait, you gonna have a fat boy phone? Like, what's going on?
It's popping out here. Let me explain.
That'll bring. I felt that in my spirit.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute.
I felt that. I'm back.
You back?
I'm back.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Okay.
It's not his season.
The train has got back on track. Okay.
We back on track. It derailed.
I myself are gonna have a figure of
fall. We on faulty railroad tracks.
Yes, we are.
Now.
It was non-union members that built the tracks.
Oh, so, I want to get off this train.
No, we're already going. So I'm gonna have a figure of fall, just so everybody knows.
Fall into that cocaine. What you gonna fall into?
I might fall into the cocaine, the corn,
opium.
Back to the
time. The wait is over.
It is what it is.
United Nations now, huh?
My new slogan is "Love is love."
Walk into your seat.
Love is love.
That's what Minister
and
Donnie said.
That's where I am at.
Oh, we back to this.
Hey.
I'm telling the story, okay?
Okay, go ahead. Finish with your story.
Oh, God.
So, I entered spring School, let out. Kids are home for the summer.
What
Phone
kids?
dried up. Didn't really pay no attention.
What kids?
Most of the women I deal with have children.
You stepfather and all here?
Can I finish my story?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm neutral, everybody.
So
that's why I'm in the middle.
Switzerland over here.
Right, little cheese with holes in it. Come on.
So how little nibbles during the summertime, but nothing like I usually have, and that was fine. I wasn't paying attention. New job, new whatever, working on where I'm working on. Mm-hmm. Then towards late August or September, I'm like, man, all my hot boxes is getting full. I've been on my online stuff. People coming back. I ain't talked to in a minute. I'm like, damn, why is this all this renewed or new? Adult women are noticing me or reminded of who and what they used to have. But I realized that kids are back in school, and the kids go to their daddy house on the weekends, like every other weekend. So I realized that when daddy get the kids, so when the kids go to daddy, they call zaddy, and now we.
What you say?
Wait a moment.
When daddy go away, zaddy will play.
So when kids go to daddy, the mamas call zaddy, and I'm available. We can hang out, have a good time.
Because you're the president of Side Dude Association, right? We yes.
I'm a fan of single mothers. I know they deserve to be happy and remind themselves they are women. They are valued.
You sound like a pimp. Go ahead, finish talking.
the preaching pimp. Come on, preacher pimp. Come on, PP.
That was
Give
my
it
story.
to us. Give it to us, PP.
Okay.
So that's why this is my season. Honesty. The school season is my season.
Oh. You gotta know when your season. He know when it's. Wait a minute. There it is.
My class is in session. I am the dean.
So do you feel a certain type of way about that?
About what?
Like just being, seasonal.
Oh, I got stuff to do.
He's the president of the Side Dude Association.
I know, but I was just feeling
I got things to do.
That make me feel some type of way.
I have things to do.
You're not the president.
Neither is my.
I don't even want to be in a damn club. Can we say damn on here?
Yeah, I cuss all the goddamn time. It's my goddamn podcast.
Well, fuck it. I don't want to be a part.
Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down. Let's go.
Wait a moment.
And there
so
it is.
You're not a member of the Side Dude Association.
The side chick either.
Well, okay. You let that be known.
I get in where I fit in, but I don't want knowingly.
You don't want to fit in there.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not it.
And you made that statement clear, and everybody hears you.
Now, Jay, you remember from last time?
It's okay.
I'm on Baywatch. I'm saving. I run out there.
Here we go.
They drowning and you saving them.
I save. I bring it back to life. I want to remind that single mother, that woman, you are a woman first. You're not a mother. All this stuff comes second. You were a woman before you was a mom. You were a woman before you was a boss. You were a woman before you was a wife. You was a woman before you was an ex-wife. I want you to know your value as a queen. To let no man ever distract you from your queendom. I want you to know you are number one.
I feel a quickening in my spirit.
I need you to unquick that, ma'am. Because that's some bull crap. That's some grade A bull crap, ma'am.
That's the pimp side.
Ma'am, I need you to
choose you this day.
Ma'am, I need you to unquicken your spirit. Because that's some bull crap. That's some bull crap. I'm not falling for it. Ma'am, no. Sir, it sounds good on paper. But I don't. It sounds good on paper. You don't put it on paper. I don't have enough Bitcoin to purchase whatever that was you were just selling. No, sir, no, ma'am.
Sold. No. Tell me more.
See, fools rush in.
Look, lie to me, honey. Lie to me.
Fools rush. Oh my gosh, I can't.
I'm a fool. I know I'm in love.
What you say? No more times. No, ma'am. That is awful. I cannot be so bothered.
I need y'all to get back on the train.
Can we get the train back on the tracks, please? And thank you.
Man, this train done crashed a long ass
This
time.
train, no. We're going to get the train back.
Well, we survived the train crash.
We still doing well.
We survived it. Now we can go on.
No, I'm just saying that's what I realized my value, and I like to return women back to their humanity as women first and foremost.
So you can't save them?
No, I'm not saving. I'm here to repair you. Because once again, I'm still
broken.
I'm still not a destination.
You handyman.
I'm step in the right direction. I'm gonna return you to. I'm gonna leave you better than I found you when I get to you.
You handyman.
Because I care about you more than I care about myself.
So you're handyman. So you're repairing.
Good as behind the building.
One woman at a time. You repairing them. Bob builds them. He's repairing. Handy Manny is the repairman.
Bob the builder fix stuff that's broken.
Well, come on, somebody.
I mean, you know how many divorcees, single moms out there? These little statisticals.
Here we go.
Between these teeth, this ambition,
here we go.
This grind, and this communication skills.
Are you a bartender?
I'm whatever she need me to be.
Oh, shut your mouth and say, can we get this train back on the track?
Until her kids come home, I'm gonna be here. You let me know when they go back to their daddy house.
Okay. Can we get the train back on the track? This train has
the little train that could.
This train has detoured so far off course.
The little engine
so far.
Oh my god.
So far off course.
I don't know where we at. Let me take this rundown. That's why. This is exactly why I write this.
This train has gone so far off course, ladies and gentlemen. And you have my apologies, but I'm not the conductor of said train. I'm just the passenger.
You're just a caboose.
Ooh, wait a moment.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I want the caboose of it.
I'm not the caboose.
Choo,
No,
choo.
I'm just the passenger. I purchased the ticket and I want to know why the train is being rerouted.
And ride it.
Choo choo! Oh my god! Can we get the train back on the course, please?
All right. Sit back. That's fine. Let me find these tracks.
Oh my gosh! I can't. I don't know what to say. I'm out.
You ain't the only one, girl.
You guys have my apologies. Again, I'm not the conductor. I'm simply a passenger. I pulled the emergency stop. Nothing happened. I don't know what to say.
You couldn't get off the train.
It wouldn't stop.
My God, that's a
faulty train.
I had one adult. She about 41. Hit one of these. Came over. Just
not you hit her.
Poured her a little glass one. I said, "No, you relax. Let me just pour you a glass one. I know where it's at. Don't worry about it. I know how this whole lay out this house."
You hit her with the teddy.
This is Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes.
Oh, wait a minute. This is some old school pimping.
I know. I do my homework.
Okay, I thought this was a Teddy pimping.
I say after class.
This is some old pimping.
Yeah, this is before Teddy was individual artist when he's still in the group.
This is some pimping. This is some old school pimping. This one they put on a 3-piece suit to pimp you.
And one mic.
Oh my God! And some dance moves. You know what?
Not you got the moves going.
And they would say thinking. You know what? Oh.
I got time. I do my homework. I want to make sure her time with me is valuable.
Look, they did this. Yeah, this old school.
You like that? You like it?
Now these men were in touch with their feelings and emotions. I do have to say that about them. They were in tune.
Mm-hmm.
They were in touch with their emotions and their feelings. They felt what they were saying.
But then, I gotta bring it back a little more.
Oh, come on now.
Look, Chris Breezy. Gotta take it there, bring it back, and keep it balanced.
Here we go.
There's some single mothers in their 30s too. Gotta make sure they reference in as well. Hit a little 808 there. Yeah, there you go. But see, I'm exposed to the more mature, more seasoned woman to a little more recent music as well. So I'm here for the community that I'm a member of.
So basically, you're saying you don't have no type.
I don't see color.
I didn't say color. I said type.
No, I'm very broad and I have a very wide range of the delicacies I like to enjoy.
So you're like Mikey.
I think he likes it.
Timothy Mikey, he'll eat anything. I mean, that's fine. And again, I'm not coming from a place of judgment. I'm making an observation. Okay? Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with observing, honey.
I'm just
observing.
An observer. I'm making an observation. Can we get the train back on track?
Oh, let me.
I'm like a hawk. I look over there and I see what I want. I go in, swoop, snatch it out that motherfucking water, and
there it is.
And there he is, and here we at.
Okay, all right.
Oh man, I don't know how that whole train. We might have to switch trains. This is we get to the station. So
that train broke
everyone
down.
onto
ran out of gas. The rails. Called a fire pit. Everybody.
Search and rescue.
Oh.
You know what? We at an hour and 30. It's late into the evening. I want to go see my friend. Cecil, it is. I want to take you ladies. That bar needs more seasoning. So if you guys would gratiate that establishment,
I'm all about seasoning.
Right, I know you on the cocaine now. I know you on board.
No, that's not true.
I know you very into diversity now and inclusion.
So wait a minute.
I know you very open. I know you interested in opening up Wakanda's borders to the world now.
Wait a minute.
You lived all them years under the Wakanda shield. Now you want to be in the world. Now. I know.
I still represent Wakanda
I know you
forever.
do. He does too, but he's out in the world. He's an Avenger for real now.
I still represent Wakanda forever.
I know.
Power to the people.
Oh, wait a minute. I just have one question.
Yes.
Did we accomplish anything that we set out to accomplish today? What was the topic of the show? Did we do any of that? I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
The only thing we didn't get into was you. Because everything else. Jay took over the show with her cocaine
I did
usage.
not. I was simply
good.
I was being transparent.
Yeah.
I was having a transparent moment.
Yeah.
Because I do understand that I have given you grief, but you were owed it.
I didn't give you anything.
I didn't give you anything that you did not earn.
She gave you what
That's like you work a week or two,
that's
and
a bill.
I gave you what you earned,
Yeah, I agree.
and I stand by it. I stand on it. I'm stumping on it, and that still does not have anything to do with my
she said
presence.
She'll add more to it before she take it back.
You hear me? Say it louder for the chicks in the back. That doesn't have anything to do with my current or future cocaine usage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Nothing whatsoever.
Let her live.
It doesn't. I'm finished. I said what I said.
She said what she said, and she meant every word.
And that
and
is
there
all.
it is.
And if I had a mic, I would just drop it. Like I said what I said.
And leave exit stage left. Or you could go to the right.
No, I want to go to the left.
You want to go to the left? Okay. Well, this like Burger King, baby. Have it your way.
I like that about you.
Well,
Okay.
I can't have a better ending than that, Kim. I mean, we can do another one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you got your first one out the way. We gonna get this. I'm gonna edit this, produce it, because that's what I'm here to do.
I like it.
And I just wanted you to get your first experience on the podcast and see how it works out.
You still a virgin. You're not a virgin no more, Miss Seeley.
I'm getting my feet wet.
You're not a virgin no more, Miss Seeley. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Well, I want to thank Kim for coming down to Cognac Corner.
My pleasure.
And we want to thank you for making time for us. That's chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Chocolate Thunder, baby.
Regular chocolate. That's not white chocolate. I know it's a white man on that gold, but it's some chocolate behind that layer.
I didn't even ask a question,
That's
sir.
fine. I'm gonna try to be proactive.
Okay.
Get to know your audience.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank Jay Towns for coming back to Cognac Corner.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I want to leave the connoisseurs with this little closing remark. Love could be the road to happiness, but most times happiness leads you right to the doorstep of love, because only happy people can really love. So once again, love could be the road to happiness, but most times happiness leads you to the doorstep of love, because only happy people can really find and be in love. And I am
and there it is.
Marcus Boston. This is Cognac Corner, and love yourself, love each other, and love is all we got. Have a good night.
Marcus, hey, how you doing? Hey,